All right, y'all. So we are back with another video. So in this video, I am going to be going over with you all of the different things in which I use in my setup area or in the shop. So I was in the process of cleaning up, and I was like, no, let me just leave everything as is, so y'all get to see like everything that I use. So we're gonna start with over here, which is, y'all, I got this whole setup. I'm gonna stop here now. I got this whole setup, y'all, so nice. I'm using my phone to record, if y'all wanted to know. And I got this mic. If I look over here, it's because I'm looking at the TV to see myself, to make sure that I'm in a view. If y'all hear some extra tearing noise, that's Million, the dog shredder. Yeah, if you need a personal shredder, get you a dog, okay? But okay, so over here we have our heat press area. This is parchment paper. Some of the things in which I tell you all, if I'm missing something, please click the link. I'm gonna leave my vendor list to everything that I have, and then have direct links, y'all. So you can go directly, click on the link, go purchase what it is that I'm going over, and have access to all of the stuff that I use. So this is parchment paper. I put this on the inside of my shirts to make sure that it doesn't bleed. Somebody had left a comment and they was asking me like, what do I use to make sure that my shirts don't bleed through? And I told her that my shirts don't bleed, but I lied. I lied because when I was making some center print shirts, the shirt definitely bled through. And then I'm also using a different brand of shirts. So I don't know if that's the case. My other shirts are just a little bit thicker and they really don't be going through it. But the new shirts that I use, they're more white. So yeah. But anyways, I use parchment paper. I don't, worry about putting a whole insert in. To me, that takes a lot of time. Yes, you may get a more professional look, but my customers, they don't necessarily care. And then now what I want to do is make sure I have a disclosure on my page that lets people know when they're about to purchase that it could have some bleeding on the back of the shirt, especially if they're getting a front over a center print. And unfortunately, that's just something I can't control right now. I don't want to say I'm a small business, but I'm a small big business, and some stuff that I can't really control. I got affordable prices, and if y'all want to stop the bleeding, I gotta go up on my price, because then it's gonna require more time. And to put this inside of each shirt, like, yeah, it can be a little bit of a hassle. So, parchment paper. This is the back of one of the shirts that I had pressed, so I used the back of it. Yeah, I used the back of it to press my shirts. If it doesn't really make sense, make sure you watch my videos, because it'll make sense then. But yeah, this is the paper that I use. This right here is called packing paper. So I use this to help me maneuver my shirt, because once you lay your shirt down onto the board, you don't want to move the shirt itself, because if you move the shirt, then you're going to end up messing up your whole shirt, and that's not what you want. So this here paper is packing paper. This board is a wall panel. Click the link in the description to get access to this exact wall panel, okay? I go over the measurements that you need and everything, so get that down below. But this is a wall panel. This is 36 inches wide. I forgot the height, so I'm sorry. But I know that it's 36 inches wide. And then this obviously is my heat press. Yeah, you can see. So this is the heat press. This heat press I got from Amazon. It is 16 by 24. I usually press, I have had multiple 15-inch heat press. My 15-inch heat press, I've had that one for years, but I ended up giving it away. But I had that one for years. Hey, I should have two 15-inch heat press. I gotta figure out what my other one at. But I know I have brought a new one, so technically I should have three. That's a good question. I gotta figure out where my other heat press at. But so yeah, so this is a heat press. And then down below here, I got I'm gonna bend down so y'all can see. Okay, so down here is my rolling cart desk, whichever one you want to call it. And it comes with a drawer. You obviously have to build it. I got it from Amazon. I'll make sure that I leave it below as well. And then I have a printer on here. So it holds a lot of weight, y'all. Y'all know the heat press isn't right. So it holds this printer that I need to start back using. And then I just house like my pens, my little stuff in here. And then I got a cutting board down there, some paper. Move, Million. I got some cutting paper. A cutting board. I have some paper, some sublimation paper down there as well. And just other little stuff. And over here on the side, I wish I could tell this thing to go down without me having it been down. But what do we gotta do? So over here on the side, you have this little gadget to where, I don't know if it's a gadget, but I don't know what to call it. But if you do like pressed vinyl, you could put like the board, you could put the roll of vinyl in here. So I just house other little stuff in there. And then it's also one on the other side that I also house little stuff. So coming over here, is my Epson printer. It's the T5270. Down below is some paper roll, and up here is where you put in the paper at the top. This printer, I have had it since 2019. 2019, I've had it. Last year, I had stopped making shirts because, one, I was over it, and then two, my printer had ended up, it kept giving me an error message, but what's for you is for you, and God made no mistakes at all. I needed to have that downtime because when I was ready to start using the printer and get back into making t-shirts, y'all, the error message hadn't went away. It's like nothing hadn't happened. It's really crazy, but I really needed that time to myself. And like I said, it's just amazing how God works. And he will literally take you and sit you down during seasons in which you may feel like, oh God, why nothing working out for me? Oh, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. So moving forward, this is a printer. In here, I'm gonna bring out closer. I don't think I'm making anything today. I think that I'm really just wanting to focus on my website because I really have to get some stuff in order. I am no longer operating as a small business because if you operate small, you get small results. I don't know what people consider a small business, but I no longer have a small business. Okay, so I done brought y'all closer. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, I have had this printer for a while, y'all. Honestly, the process to set up this printer is the same process that you would set up with like this printer over here, this EcoTank 8550. I do recommend that you start there before you start here. I started small in my 1-bedroom apartment in my living room with a small printer. I used to put the pieces together. Once I perfected how to put the pieces together and I started getting more orders, I'm like, okay, I need to upgrade. And by that time, that's, what I went ahead and did. So this is the compartment for the ink. This is how it looks. Oh, let me tell y'all. So I know a lot of y'all are getting into making t-shirts, right? And I know it's a lot of you who are following me. I want to let you know that I do offer printing services, not just here in the Bay Area, but I ship as well. So I'm really thinking about creating like this whole kit for those of you who are looking to start making t-shirts, whether you're making t-shirts, whether you're making stoles, pillows, whatever. I'm thinking about making a whole little kit for you, get access to the design, and then you also will get the printout as well. So you get to see how to print out. or how to press the shirt. Obviously, you'll have to get the heat press yourself. The heat press is only like $150 investment. You're going to make your money back. That's one thing I believe in. You're going to make your money back, period. You just got to get started and got to know how. So either you want the printout for the big t-shirts or the all over t-shirts, so you know when I have to do all of the putting the pieces together, I can do those printouts. Or if you want the printout for, because you're going to be using the Eco Tank, I can do that as well. Now, as far as my laptop, I forgot to talk about this. This is my Dell laptop. I got this also in 2019. It has been absolutely amazing to me. I know a lot of people like to start with a MacBook, but no, you don't have to. I think this printer, now you do need a laptop that is not, it can't be a Chromebook. You can't use a Chromebook. You have to use an actual computer or laptop. And this is Dell Inspiron 14 2-in-1. Like I said, back then, I think this costed me $600, y'all, around that time. And I absolutely love it. Honestly, I leave it on like every day. And the cool thing about this laptop, like if I wanted to use it like an actual, what is that called, y'all? Tablet, I can. Like I just fold it just like that. So it's actually really cool. So that's that. Those are more boards over there. This over here is my iMac computer. I don't use it. I've had this for years. I honestly don't use it because it runs a little bit slow and I need to get me a new one. So if you want this, let me know. Offer me your best offer and I might just sell it to you. Obviously got a little keypad. This is heat tape. You need this when you are pressing or putting your pieces of your shirt together. So you need that. And then I got little stuff over here. So this is actually something that I'm coming up with, y'all. It's a savings challenge. So yeah, I'm gonna talk more about this in my Certified Bossaholic page. So head over there if you want to save. I'm trying to save up $10,000 to purchase different stuff. So that's gonna be real fun, and it's a t-shirt challenge. So make sure that you head over there. So next we have our printer, which is the Epson EcoTank 8550. Honestly, I only use this for like teaching and for smaller projects. Over here we have the laminator for when I was making my pages for my savings challenge. And then we have paper. This is the A-Sub paper that you can get from Amazon. And yeah, love this paper. All right, so that's that. These are little boards. Amazon packaging, y'all, stuff that's not important. Okay, and then where else do I want to take y'all? We could take y'all to this table, and no, we'll go over here. All right, so we should be back in focus. Okay, so over here is where I house like all of my t-shirts and different other little stuff. Not gonna go into everything because some of the stuff is just like junk. So I got this light because it's not really good lighting in here at night. So this light I did get from I got this from Amazon. And then, so these are all of my shirts. I do use several different vendors. So if you want to get access to those, know exactly what I use so that you can get your shirts as vibrant as mine, do that. So yeah, so I ordered them I organized them by extra small all the way up until I think I can go up to like an extra large on here or a 2X. And then, so yeah, so I do have phone cases up here. I do make the sublimation phone cases. I have cups in this box. And then up there, I have my Cricut machine. As y'all can see, I started out with Cricut, left. I stopped making Cricut. I'm going to say I probably was making Cricut shirts for maybe 3 months, 3 to 4 months. And then that's when I was like, bro, it has to be something easier than Cricut. All that weeding and stuff, like, no. So that's that. And then, like I said, everything else is like just junk. And that's pretty much all that I want to talk about right there. Y'all, so that is pretty much it. That's my little area. If you want to know about this table, I actually made this table from, I got the pieces from IKEA. I got the top part from IKEA, and then the little cubby holes from IKEA as well. And I think that this ran me maybe like $100 to make. It's in the middle of my work area. So yeah, I hope that y'all really enjoyed this video. If y'all want to know more, leave comments. Again, if you want to know where I get my particular paper, ink, everything, heat press, direct links to everything click the description down below. If you want to learn how to make t-shirts as well, click the description down below. I am getting ready to launch my academy. Like, it's going to be a real deal, like college course type thing. And that's getting ready to launch really soon. I'm going to be enrolling 5 students every semester or every term. And we're going to learn, well, I'm going to be teaching you all how to make t-shirts the Perfect Tee Academy way. This is how I make shirts. Y'all obviously are watching, y'all getting it, so I'm absolutely loving that. And I just want to be able to help the next person, somebody who didn't have a teacher like me when, or you're very frustrated and you want to learn how to make shirts. Like, I want to be that girl that you come to, that professor, that teacher. May not have no doctor in the front of my name, but I am house royalty. But yes, y'all, so I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'll be seeing you all later in the next video. Today is pretty much going to be my recording day. I don't know what else I'm going to record, but I'm trying to get some stuff done. I also want to get my website up and, well, it's already up and running, but it's some things I need to go in, I need to fix, because having like social media, yeah, I know that this is probably off topic, but I also work a 9-to-5 job, and I absolutely love what it is that I do. So having a t-shirt business and working can sometimes be challenging. Like, I want my process to be smooth. So that's why I said that I'm not operating small no more. Like, no, I'm not operating small no more, because if you operate small, you get small results, and I don't want that. So I want to be at work doing what it is that I love to do there, and then be able to come home, my orders are in, all I gotta do is press the shirts, design whatever that need to be designed, ship them out, get the approval, and so forth. So that's what I'm working on today, getting that finalized. But besides that, y'all, that's the end of this video, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.